Yo, what's going on, guys? So obviously we're still waiting on Tesla conference call and whatnot. I do have to I have to go on work on base tonight, so I need to go hit the hay. So I want to get my video out early. Just remember, conference call. Elon can say anything, and this thing can start to move. So take everything here with a grain of salt. But obviously another big day up, right? All of our targets hit this morning, right? I mentioned this morning we had this hourly we had an hourly dealing range, right? We swept all these lows. We filled in this gap. Remember the opening gap from from Sunday night, and then we got what? Remember last night I said we had this little dip going on. We hit this. We had hourly FEG here, hourly breakers. Yada yada yada. I talked about this this morning. So I was bullish going into today because of us holding this overnight, right? Like we woke up this morning, made a video around here, and I was like, okay, well, it only makes sense to go take previous day high. Why? Because we know there's always liquidity sitting at previous day highs and the lows. Another thing that I mentioned yesterday was we have not taken a daily high since, I believe, the last daily high we swept was from April 10th. So almost 2 weeks we've gone without sweeping a previous day high. So, and now you see we finally did that. We swept 2 previous day highs today, as well as sweeping those. Remember, let's go back to the hourly chart here. This high was the first daily FEG here, or this was the previous day high, right? Right here was this FEG, and then this was another daily fair value gap. So we had this one right here, which we inversed today, and then we inversed this one. What do we think? What do we know by price when we inverse daily FEGs? We should go up to the next one or the next point of liquidity, right? It's telling us we are bullish. Our next daily FEG sits at 17,770, so that's the next target. The only thing I gotta watch out for, I'll show you on ES. Because I do think 50% is a good possibility, and kind of look where that 50% lines up, kind of with that daily FEG. So I do think we could have one more possible bullish day going into the week, going into this week. Maybe it's a Wednesday high of week. Remember, it is a big earnings week too, so anything can really happen. I mean, like I just said, Elon can say anything in a sentence, prior. Another thing to keep in mind is seasonal tendencies. Usually tell us that we usually get a pretty nice dip in like towards mid-April, which you see we got, right? And then we usually go back up. So all this could be the complete reversal. We're off this daily FEG right here. We're off this daily order block. We're off this weekly order block, as well as we're well back above this monthly FEG. So I mean, this could be the complete reversal. What's going to tell us that? This daily FEG and this daily FEG. If we end up coming back up, reversing this, we're going right back to all-time highs, and we're right back where we were. I mean, as of right now, though, it still looks daily sell model to me. This is just a nice 50% retracement, fill in some daily FEGs. 50%, boom, maybe 50% up. We fill in this daily, BPR, and then maybe take this low. That's what I see right now, because I don't know what's going to happen, at 50% and these daily FVGs. But it still has that buy curve, sell curve look to it. But so far, everything played out the way we thought today. You notice going into today, we're just kind of making a nice it's a nice hourly buy model, right? You got a nice sell curve here, a nice buy curve. Should take us back up to that, where's our next level? It's right here, this daily FVG. We got this high, all they all look good. If we go to this high, we're going to go take out this high too. So right now we're in this hourly. I want to see us. Are these hourly equal lows? They're not. We swept those lows. I want to see us close over here. If we close over 17,682, then I think it's a no-brainer. We're going right up to this daily FEG, and 50% sits at right around 17,816. Let's see if we close over this hourly down candle here. If we do, it's gonna be your hourly prop block, because this was your hourly order block, right? And then we closed over, we come back down. This candle turns into a down candle off of this order block, and then we go back up. If we close back above it, that makes your prop block. And then what do you expect off of a prop block? huge expansion. So it takes us right up there. So that's what I'm watching on NQ. Worth noting though, we have 2 big hourly FVGs below. We would have to violate an hourly OB to go down and take them. But we didn't get any kind of 50% down yet, so that could be trouble. Because you see like our hourly FVG here, and then this one lines up just below 50%. So I mean, we could get some kind of pullback here. I mean, it's possible we got an hourly breaker here with the hourly FVG kind of sits right at 50%. So you could see something along these lines as well. So there's a couple things that could happen. Like I said, we'll just wait for the hourly candles overnight as we usually do, and then we'll form a good bias tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. And then we will go from there. 4-hour chart. Remember this 4-hour order block that rejected here? The fact we're coming back up into it makes me think we're not going to reject it again. We already rejected it here and then took a new low, so it doesn't make sense to come up just to reject that again and then go back lower. I think it means we're going to end up, violating it this time and then going up to this area. So that's NQ. The thing that could keep us from going all the way up to 50% is going to be ES, right? ES, look where ES sits. If you look at the daily swing here, look where 50% lines up. I've showed you guys this already, but just showing you again, 51, 24, 25 is right here. Is obviously right here, but look where it lines up, right with this daily FVG. So if this is a true daily sell model, we are going to reject here. If this is a daily sell model, back down to 49.20, we are going to reject here, probably inverse this daily down, maybe get a retest, something along these lines to this low. If we inverse this, our next target goes up to this daily order block, up to 5,200, and then obviously if we start inversing that and violating that, it's right back all-time highs for ES. So that's really it for ES. Gonna come up into this big daily FEG, this big 4-hour, which is also 50%. So still think there's no way we don't hit 51.24 tonight or tomorrow for ES. That's why I think it could potentially be a Wednesday high of weekly profile, just based on, we'll see what happens here. Now, just remember, it is possible tomorrow we could make a daily FEG here with this candle, depending on what tomorrow's candle closes. And we could get something like this, maybe down to the FEG, and then go up higher too. There's several possibilities, but we'll just have to look at what kind of displacement we get out of the daily FEG tomorrow. So I'm like 90% sure we're gonna go up and tap into this. But just remember, if this hits first, NQ does not have to. If it does, it probably means we end up going higher. As far as today, obviously I showed you guys the hourly. Dealing range, 50% down here. Nice move up. Potentially we could come back down to those hourlies. The afternoon was pretty choppy, right? We had a slow grind up, and then for earnings, we took an earnings lotto, right? Let's see here. Boom. We had equal lows here. We knew we had equal lows here. We're in this chop, right? We were just chopping all afternoon right here. Around 50% here. Finally broke down, took the equal lows, and then look what you got going into the earnings call. All of accumulation, we manipulated down, and then distributed right back up to the high. So we took a long position down here, expecting it just in an earnings lotto with a couple MNQ, nothing crazy. We knew we had equal highs up here at that 649 level. I'm not going to draw them perfect, but we're just chopping here. So we assumed this would be accumulation, manipulation to either up here or to down here. Once we swept these lows, we took a long around 610. We had a stop at 590. See, we almost got tagged out. We did not. And then earnings release, we expected bullish because we expected manipulation, distribution, and then we knew we had this nice LRLR building up here to pair with the equal highs. It just looked like something that could absolutely play out. We had our sell set at 620, 630 right here, and then up here at the equal highs at 650. All three got tagged on this one single candle. So nice play there. Just taking a trade just solely off where you can see liquidity building up all afternoon. So with that, hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.